Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Confiscate Art Streams epic 3-hour request commission stream. The epic 3-hour stream. That's why I had Epic Sax Guy, because that's the most. That's what epic is, isn't it? So, what you guys just heard was Epic Sax Guy, just another remix. There's tons of remixes of Epic Sax Guy online, so why even name them? They all sound the same, don't they? I mean, so much so that I wouldn't suspect that I would have gotten a copyright claim for Epic Sax Guy, but who knows? I might. Okay, so what this means is for the next 3 hours, I'm going to be live drawing people's art for them. They send me a few shekels, put it through the Streamlabs, and I will spend time drawing it. And the more you give, the more time I will spend. Now, in previous monthly request streams, I've also worked on, I've usually continued the work on these during the week on other streams. I might do that. It kind of depends on what happens, but I do really want to focus on Englewood, so I might just work on these things on downtime, and that would mean I have to create some downtime. So for those of you guys who might be wondering, I still have a toothache. I hope that I can make a little bit of money on this stream to kind of go to the doctor, because working at Honey Badger Radio, I don't get insurance, so kind of puts a damper on my ability to take care of myself health-wise. So what are you gonna do? I mean, if HBR was making more money, then maybe I'd be making more money, and if I was making more money, then maybe I'd be able to get health insurance, but I can't. So in the meantime, I'm going to work on Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb while I wait until the donations, requests, commissions, whatever you want to call it, come in. And yeah, hope you guys stick around for that. So I see that Shaman King, Michael Keller, and Bits Belmont are all in the chat. Hello, gents. And considering there are 7 people watching, there are some lurkers as well. Yeah, it's a Thursday afternoon, that's right. So I made some, while I'm sort of like getting ready here, I made some discoveries. What's that? Okay, that's that layer. This is this layer. I want to try something really quick. So normally whenever I ink something... Oops. Whoa, wait, what did I just do? Okay. Normally when I ink something, I make a new layer, and it is a, I just use the pen on top. Typically it works for me, right? Wish I could help you, Brian, but the invoice of my own emergency dentist adventure arrived yesterday. Oh, I feel that feel. It's fine, you don't, it's fine, really. So I usually just, like, ink on top, right? But then I learned something I want to try out. So this layer that I'm drawing with is a raster layer, which means it's the images, the marks are made with pixels. And I learned that you can use vector layers instead, and it makes your lines a lot cleaner, because vectors are nothing more than mathematical calculations, essentially. So I'm going to make a new vector layer and see how that looks when I ink with it. So let's see how that goes. All right. It doesn't look much different, but it really does make a difference in terms of your ability to manipulate. I apologize. I kind of have to do that. So one of the things that I thought was really neat about the vector layer that I watched in this video, and I haven't tested it yet, so I guess we'll find out, is the way the eraser works. Although, I am working in vectors now, right? Let me look if I go to eraser. Oh yeah, sure enough, it does work that way. So what I can do, normally you have to like be pretty clean, right? What I can, Control Z, is set it to where it removes an entire line that has crossed. See? So I can do that. Pretty neat, right? Gives you a nice sharp edge, like that. Maybe this line can go. Let's switch back to the pen. Hello, Super Jinrai. There you go. See? It requires a little bit of practice. There's our nose. Actually, let me just look at what I did when I did the other inks. You know what? I should feel like that better. I'm gonna trace on top of my inks from last time. Again, I'm just doing this while I'm waiting to hear from you guys about requests. So, although I do like this nose better, so I'm gonna leave that nose. Sometimes, you know, some things just turn out and you're just like in love with it. I'm in love with that nose. One of the this technique is that you don't have to worry about crossing the lines because you can just get rid of them. Go. And to think I always use the pen tool when I ink my work in Adobe Illustrator. Yeah, so like that's the thing that's interesting is that this pen tool doesn't work like the pen tool does. I know how to use the pen tool in Illustrator, but I hate it because it doesn't feel like drawing, right? Because it's not drawing. It's like it feels like I don't know how to explain it. That Using the pen tool in Illustrator doesn't feel like drawing. It feels like programming or something. It's different. There we go. Yeah, like architectural work, exactly. But you're not, even with architectural work, which I used to do in high school, you know, I was like making my own marks. I was using compasses and T-squares and triangles and stuff. And the measurements had to be very, very precise. But I was making my own marks. With Illustrator, you're just sort of telling the computer what lines to make. It's just very different, and it doesn't feel artistic at all. And I know it sounds like pretty wooey, but it's pretty true. So filling in the eyes there. And we're gonna give her some lashes. Go. Yeah, you'd have a really hard time varying the line thickness. That's true. This is just it's a lot. It feels a lot better. You know, you have like so much more control. Like the lines in Illustrator, you have a lot of control over in that, you know, you can change their direction and shit like that. And you can actually do that with the lines in here. Like I was thinking, so this nose, the bridge of the nose here, I want to move it, right? So what I can do is, there is a way to change that. I think it's, let me see. There is a way to change that. It might be with, let me go to the pen. Vector magnet. Is it here? No. Let me try to select an object. Maybe I can select the object. So this line. Yep, there it goes. So I can select this line, and I can move. I can move the points on it. So if I wanted to, you know, I could stretch it, distort it, whatever. I think what I want to do is I want it to, oops. You see you can like do shit like this, you know, to mess with the line. What I want to do is I want to put it like right there. And yeah, it lets you mess with the anchor points and stuff. So pretty interesting. So I'll get off of, and you can always change it because it's a vector. So that's one of the other great things about this tool. So now this line, what is that? This kind of nose bridge, it goes up. It's doing what it should be doing. You know, it's kind of like going up in here and like links to the forehead in a way that I'm satisfied with, at least. So where is everybody? I don't know. If I don't get any requests by 1 o'clock, I might just end the stream. Or I might just grind away at this or go back to Englewood or something. It would break my heart, but I mean, that might have to be what it is. So, no, that's wrong. So, did you guys see iHypocrite's video about Destiny he came out with last night? It's called The Psychopathy of Destiny. So, like, apparently Destiny was on the Ralph Retort kill stream, and he was debating, I am not kidding you, a 13-year-old girl who is based and red-pilled as fuck. Her name is Soph? I don't know. I have to look up. I never looked her up. I meant to. Give me a second here. I'll tell you her name. I'll give you her YouTube name, I guess. Soph. Is that her? Just give me a second. Yep, I found her. Holy shit, dude. She's a 13-year-old girl with like 800,000 subscribers. And she is woke as fuck. Like, she's an anarcho-capitalist. She has videos like I'm a Nazi, apparently, debating NFKRZ. I don't know who that is. Live stream. She's very critical of Islam. She talks about pedophilia in Hollywood. I mean, she's 13. 13. I would invite her to come on the Fireside Chat, but I feel a bit weird about that. But she's amazing though. She's great. And it makes me wonder if, like, you know, the hope for Generation Z is real. But yeah, 803,000 subs. She talks about women. She knows about men's issues. Like, she is woke as fuck, guys. And she debated Destiny on the kill stream. Red lollied. Yeah, I don't know. But Destiny believed, I think one of the things that came up during their debate was that Destiny believed that conservatives, like, violence against conservatives is justified because of their ideas will lead to real world violence. This is a progressive. This is what they believe. Not surprising at all. she's red lollipopped. Maybe Hannah or Karen could. Yeah, maybe, but then like we'd never hear from her, right? Because you know, Hannah and Karen don't know when to shut up. I could still try to get her on. I mean, I think that it would be good to talk to her. See, this is one of the things that's great about that. See, look what I just did. Boom. The mask is complete. All right. Then ask Allison, Anna Prim. It's Honey Badger Radio. Sure, you'll find a woman who can interview that gal without getting accused or of whatever. Well, I mean, I don't think I'd be accused of anything. I mean, she was on Ralph Retort's kill stream and debated Destiny for like 3 hours, and held her own. Like seriously held her own. I was really impressed. There are kids in college that can't debate like her. I mean, seriously, what the fuck, you know? Also, Sargon compliments Destiny on his ability to debate. I think it's overrated. I think Destiny is really weaselly, and his debate tactics are based on trying to find ways to make people sound terrible, and trying to like call them on, you know, like little things. It's like they take the conversation literally but not seriously. That's not good debating. That might be like in the sense that you might win you know, in a debate team because you're able to pull it off, but you're not really giving people what they're looking for. So I don't call that a win, personally. Alright. Shaman King says he has an idea for a commission. Alright, do it. Do it, nigga. See how well that works? It's so nice. It's so nice. Let me zoom out and look. You don't have to give me a ton. Again, if you just give me a little bit, it just won't be that complicated a drawing. So you shouldn't ask for too much. Like if you give me $5 and you say, I want Sonic the Hedgehog doing a flip kick in the face of Popeye the Sailor Man who's dropping his spinach, and then there's a penguin that's trying to eat it and is getting muscles, and you know, the Raisin Bran sun is smiling in the background. Like, I'm not gonna do all that for $5. Or so you got to be a little bit like, if you don't give me much, you should just have one character or one figure, you know, in the request. So try not to, like, because you're not gonna get, I guess, the results you want for that amount of money. So, and I'm not saying this specifically to anyone. I'm just sort of putting it out there in general. Did you guys see the, so yeah, no, okay, so check out Soph. I will give you guys a link. You'll have to, like, because there's, if you just put Soph in the search bar, you're not gonna find it that easily. So I'm gonna put a link in the chat here so you guys can go sub to her channel or just check out what she has to say. Don't watch her now, but you can see that she's pretty Lo-fi is trash. What's lo-fi? Oh, lo-fi. Oh, lo-fi. Yeah, so I guess she has different opinions on things. Lo-fi beats to study to is trash. I don't know. I don't listen to it so I can actually listen to it. I just want noise in the background. Like what you guys are listening to right now is called jazz and bossa, like bossa nova, instrumental music for relaxation. That's it. I'm just listening to jazz and bossa nova music. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it keeps things from being too quiet. And if I look, I like heavy metal and dance music and stuff, but that's not good background music to me. That's like I want to then listen to it, you know. I'd rather have something like this playing that doesn't that prevents dead air, but it's not like something that grabs your attention too much, you know. So, ooh, the wrong thing. She has more subs than HBR, so maybe she should interview HBR. Well, yeah, I mean, she could. Would that be less awkward? I don't know. I don't care if Gen Z people are like kicking ass at fucking everything. Boop 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 boop. There we go. So just check her out. I will listen to her videos on her channel later. I started to listen to her debate with Destiny. In theory, I suppose I could play the debate while I'm drawing, since no one's ordering anything. I'd be listening to Nujabes if it's not still copyright protected. That's another reason why I choose these streams, these kinds of songs, this kind of music, because it tends to be not copyright protected. Like I couldn't play like a fucking Prince album or something, because like I would probably get assassinated by the Prince boop boop. Oh yeah, I guess that doesn't work. There we go. Prince Ali, handsome as he. Ali up. Don't remind me. Fucking Disney killing everything we love. Aladdin. Jesus Christ. Hey, any of you guys ever seen the Atlantis movie? I forget what it's called. That Disney made, Atlantis, that movie. I've never seen that movie. I don't know. I was kind of like not really into the Disney thing, so I missed that and Treasure Planet. Were those any good? I mean, I know there's a lot of porn of those characters, but I don't know. That doesn't mean shit. There's porn of everything. There's porn of everything that ever existed, which is why there's no porn of communism. Oh, Nujab is the one who made the most of the soundtrack is what I think you meant to say, for Samurai Champloo. Richard says it's not bad. It was okay. Atlantis was sort of okay, not their best work. Yeah, that's sort of like late Disney. Late Disney. Oh, I got something. Make a very
Maybe
sexy.
Maybe a sexy version of Clippy.
Who's Clippy? Clippy the paperclip? You sent it as a super chat, Soul Gem. I mean, I appreciate it, but you should have gone to my Streamlabs. It's in the low bar. The link is down there. The problem with doing it with a super chat is I only get $7, and YouTube takes the rest. They take 30%. All right, let me look up. I need references. I need to look up a reference for Clippy. So I will do that. A sexy version of Clippy. I bet there already are sexy versions, but all right. So there goes Clippy. I have an image to work from. So Clippy doesn't have any limbs? For some reason, I don't remember, but for some reason I thought like Clippy might have arms and legs, but apparently not. Well, mine will.
For the Tooth Ghosts.
Michael K donated $4.92 to the Blood Gods. For the what? For the tooth? Oh, thank you. All right, I just need to like rearrange my windows here. Observing Libertarian, hey man, what's up? What's up, Brian Martinez? YouTube doesn't send me notices or to let me know when your streams start. Noticed by refreshing my front page and figured I'd pop in to say, hey, I've been doing streams every day. I haven't seen you. That's crazy, man. Well, it's not really that crazy. Are we really surprised? Are we though? Okay, so let's go to the pencils. Let's get something started here then. So, first off, I want to thank you for donating. And now I'm just going to figure out how am I going to approach this. Let's see. Sexy. A sexy paperclip. How do I do that? Clippy posing like a French girl. I have an idea. So first we draw a sheet of paper. so. And then we need Clippy sitting on the paper. I'm going to draw legs. This character's going to have legs. Is that okay? Because that's what's happening. Sketch those creative muscles to fulfill every unreasonable request your clients make. Yeah, really. God damn it, YouTube. Gonna unsub and resub and click notifications again to see if that helps. Maybe you should deactivate super chats on YouTube to promote Streamlabs.
I also sent it as a super chat. This is the Flippy one.
Okay. The Flippy one? Thank you. I see Observing Libertarian just joined the Thought Patrol. Thank you. Are you doing that with one of those pen type doodling things or with a normal mouse? I've never actually seen what your setup is like. I do this with, I'm using a tablet, if that's what you mean. Specifically, it's a Cintiq, a Wacom Cintiq, which is like another screen you can draw on. It's a very old Cintiq though. Like seriously, like old. Like it uses the, what do you guys call the... What do you guys call it, the way you plug okay, let me start over. What do you call the kind of connection, sort of monitor connection, that is not an HDMI cable, but it's like this big, chunky thing with a shit ton of pins in it, and you have to like screw them in? I want to say it was like RGB, but I don't know if that's right. But you know what I'm talking about? So this is a really old Cintiq that uses that. The Cintiqs don't use that anymore. I mean, my computer monitor is HDMI, but yeah, I can't afford a fucking nice ass Cintiq, and not even a nice one, like a current one. At least not right now. I'm thinking that depending on like how well things go with, I guess you could say. Down the line, like with my Bombshell comic and shit like that, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to get something. All right. Welcome, Observing Libertarian. If you are new, if you're not new, welcome back. No, he was subbed to me from before, but Wikipedia snippet. Hey, sexy paperclip equals Microsoft bedroom assistant. Okay. So we're going to we're gonna do this over here. I'm surprised no one's asking me to make a black hole chant or something. I hear that's the big thing. Or is that already over? Are we already past that? So this Friday, tomorrow, we might have a really fun show. We're gonna be responding to this giant Twitter thread that we got into with these PUAs. I showed it to you guys. Well, I'm not sure if they call themselves PUAs. I think they call themselves Red Pillars now. All right, so I'm gonna continue this in a second. I'm just gonna get a refill of coffee because I need it. It's my fuel. I'll be right back, okay? I'm back. All right, so let's see. PUA is dead and Me Too, hashtag Me Too killed it. Well, to be fair, they're not calling themselves PUAs. I think they were, though. Rollo Tomasi, the Rational Male. This guy named Anthony Beach Muscles Dream Johnson. I'm pretty sure those guys are basically PUAs, but they don't call themselves that anymore, and they claim to be more woke on the red pill than us. In fact, I don't know what it is with these guys, but they think they invented the concept of the red pill. And they think that Paul Elam like stole it from them or something. It's hilarious. And you know, it's all started because I asked my wife to like invite one of them to the conference because I thought what I thought would always be a good conversation. I'm somebody who cares about men's issues. And I'm willing to talk to anyone that, you know, like would have something to offer men, whatever it is, right? Teal Deer and I talked about this. I think that PUAs types, you know, they have something to offer men. I honestly believe. I'm gonna make this eraser bigger. Let's try this again. Food prices went way up a few years back due to them using corn for alcohol to add to gasoline. Okay. Oh, yeah. Femitheist Divine? Holy shit. That was a Coon's age. That was a long time ago. So like, anyway, we're probably gonna talk about that coming up tomorrow. It depends. I think that'll be fun though. These guys are hilarious. Like, they're just so caught up in their big dick energy, and they don't want to help men. I mean, they want to charge men to go to their fucking seminars. And I get that of all the movements, I guess, or let's put it this way, of all the facets of sort of like the whole like red pill thing, the PUAs are the most successful. And it's obvious why that is, right? Because the thirst is real.
Draw Joker from Persona 5 carrying Isabelle from Animal Crossing New Leaf, but Isabelle is wearing Joker's mask and she's holding her fishing rod, and in the rod's hook is King K. Rool's crown. Isabelle has a sly grin on her face and Joker says, "Nice."
Okay. I remember seeing the red pill and hearing about Adela Burton being one of the honey badgers back then. Adela Burton. Still don't know what happened to her. Adela Burton. Who is Della Burton? I'm not. I think that's actually. I think that might have been one of Hannah's aliases, but I might be wrong. Or it might be one of Diana Davidson's aliases. Because at that time, Diana Davidson was a honey badger, too. Let's try this way. Okay, I always wondered about that. I didn't know that. Yeah. Let me save as real quick before I run out of time here. I'm going to go until 1 and then I'm going to start the next one, okay? Let's go to our projects and we're going to call this request stream April. And save it. You're probably gonna need a few references for the request. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I never played Persona games after the first one. So I played the first one, but I didn't play anything after that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need some references. I mean, I needed a reference for fucking Clippy.
I want a Brian Martinez Zenescope cover featuring Gretel. You can see her in Google Images and on Zenescope's website. Gretel is basically the Highlander, but with witches.
Okay. Thank you. Also, let me see what else you guys are saying real quick. The lowest level of MGTOW is simply refusal to marry. At least that's what level 1 was considered once upon a time. I haven't been part of any internal discussion in that community for some time. Did John stop being MGTOW? Oh no, he's been with Dan and Davison for a while. I don't know if they're still together. But they were definitely an item. And at that time, John was still, like, MGTOW in his video content. So... I mean, he can be if he wants to be. I don't really care. That's the ironic thing, is that, like, I'd like to have a MGTOW in the discussion as well. I think it'd be a great conversation about, you know, what they can all offer. I think that MRAs, MGTOW, and PUAs have some things of value. And I know there's a lot of overlap, and it's, you know, not like an exclusive club, but interestingly enough, I didn't get, I mean, MGTOW don't get all butthurt when I ask them. But POAs do. I don't know what their deal is. They don't call themselves POAs anymore, though. Now they're just red pillars. Okay, it's 102. So I gotta stop. But I will draw the eyes here. I know this doesn't look anything like Clippy. He just has like, well, I mean, the eyes are different. We're gonna move on to the next thing. I will, I'll try to finish this on my own. Okay. Let me save where I'm at. Turn that layer off. Add a layer on top. Switch back to the pencil. Let's look and see what the next thing is. Yeah, Turns Pop is coming. So, I gotta open my Streamlabs to look and see what the request was. Because I already forgot it. It was a bunch of Persona shit. Hello, Ken. Did you not get a notification either? Or did you just decide you didn't want to come on? Alright, Shaman King. Draw Joker from Persona 5. Alright, let's take a look. Persona 5 Joker. All right. All right, I should be back. Can you guys see? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Oh, okay, you guys can hear me? What the fuck? Alright. Yeah, I don't know, there was a hiccup in the, with Brave, my browser. I went to it because Google Chrome was just like a fucking huge fucking, you know, memory hog. Just a shit ton. Alright, well, sorry about that. Okay, so, let's see. Carrying Isabelle from Animal Crossing New Leaf. But Isabelle is wearing Joker's mask. Oh, wow, this is involved. Okay, so Isabelle, Animal Crossing. Is it New Leaf? New Leaf. I guess New Leaf matters because the clothes are different. Isabelle is wearing Joker mask and holding her fishing rod, and in the rod's hook is King K. Rool's crown. Isabel has a sly grin on her face, and Joker says, nice. Okay. You can... The music, I just started it back up. Yeah. Is the Mueller report actually out? Okay. Okay, well anyway, so I got some images. Okay. I have the PDF, but only looked at the term TOC. I think the Mueller report is out, but a bunch of stuff was redacted. Yeah, to protect people's identities, right? All right. I think the problem was that I had another window open I kind of forgot about, and it really like slowed me down. So I should be good now. I closed it. All right, so I don't know how far I'm going to get into this sketch because it's super involved, but I will start it at the very least. So let's close that out, and now we're on a fresh slate. That's a white sheet. Let's go back to the pencil. Going on? Okay, that's good. don't know how small she is, but she looks small, so... Okay. And she's wearing the mask, right? So... You should make an alternative account completely disconnected from all your other stuff where you take commissions for all the super degenerate furry shit. You make good money. I would. I don't know if I have time to do all that. I got so much on my plate. Can't be over here like doing furry commissions on top of all that. It's goddamn ridiculous. I have to look and see what his face looks like without the mask. Unless it's unless there's nothing I can use, there's just like two masks. Oh no, he's just a dude. There's nothing special going on. Yeah, okay. Peterson is exactly right. You're exactly right about that. I think that a lot of like old school liberals and let's say soft lefties. I'll put it that way. I think that the liberal leftist dichotomy is important to drill down on, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I think a lot of old school lefties, soft lefties, milquetoast lefties are coming to the realization that their ideology can only have led, as well-meaning as they thought it was, it could only have led to where we are right now. Because leftism, it doesn't end, right? Like, there's no end to how much of other people's money should we be spending. And how immoral are people who actually want to make money. That is what it's predicated on. So there's no way to, like, you know, go halfway on it. And I think that Peterson is figuring that out. I mean, it's probably like a rude awakening, but soft lefties, lol. Yeah, like, what's his name? Stephen Fry is a soft lefty. He described himself as such. And I think the reason why there are soft lefties is because of the game that the left has played, where they have essentially changed the meaning of the word liberal to mean leftist. But there's nothing liberal or liberating about the left. Nothing, right? They don't believe in free speech. They don't believe people should be able to protect themselves. They don't believe that people should keep their own fucking money. They don't believe any of that. So there's nothing liberal about leftists. And we can't let them have that word because it doesn't belong to them. So I will always call them the left, never call them liberal, because they're not liberals. Liberals should call them pinks. That's pretty clever. I think that's only because they're willing to fall for that shit. I think you should be free to make money as an artist selling smut. I wouldn't do it. Oop, that's wrong. I'm kind of loving this line thing. It's kind of amazing. This character has a lot of fucking detail. I'm gonna quit at 2 o'clock on this one, unless I got another request. But I want to thank you guys for placing orders. The difference between Marxian leftists and liberals in the non-control, hands-off liberals who created the Enlightenment is why the term classical liberal exists. Yeah, but I don't like the term classical liberal. I don't like the term classical liberal because it gives too much credit to the Marxist liberals. Marxist liberals are not liberal. And the thing is that they take pride in calling themselves liberal. So by not allowing them to call themselves liberal, it actually burns their ass. But you know what? Fuck them. Because that's actually how they act out in the world. I don't give a shit. They're wrong. They're not liberal. They don't deserve to be liberal. I find now, and this is the thing too, I don't think that the ideas of liberalism and conservatism are mutually exclusive either, and this is something that they believe. This is why people like Destiny think it's okay to exact violence on conservatives. They create another camp in their head of people based on the opinions of a fringe that it's highly unlikely that they reflect the mainstream opinions of people that are conservative or call themselves conservative, because I think that a lot of people who call themselves conservative, they don't know what they're saying either. I think that conservatism is not an easy, let's say it's not an easy thing to clearly define. Let's put it that way. And I think they're giving liberals not the liberals, I'm sorry. They're giving the left too much credit. The left is not liberal. Never were. The only thing they ever cared about was power, because that's how they see their world. It's all a bunch of people with power trying to take power from other people. And they feel that they're the ones that should have that power. Don't forget Prinny's request. No, I'm going to start it at 2 o'clock. So I gave 1 hour. I didn't really give a whole hour. I gave some time to Sexy Paperclip. So I went from 12 to 1. Now I'm doing 1 hour for this image. So I'll do this from 1 to 2. And then from 2 to 3, I'll do the other thing. If I had a ride and the money to buy a ticket to the ICMI, I would just to meet Dankula, Mike, and Brian. Well, thank you. I am on Central Time, yeah. Thirsty Fox, what do you think of Shane Killian? Just wondering. Who's Shane Killian? I can't look it up right now because I'm drawing. Is he an artist? That sounds like an artist name. Maybe I'm completely wrong, though. Dread Squirrel. Got to meet Brian and Carl at MythCon. Yeah. Good times. He had some good weed. Shit was lit. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 4. Man, I'm fucking hungry now that you're talking about it. Talking about weed got me hungry. I haven't smoked in like a long time, but I could eat. It's like, I don't know, it's like memory munchies or something. Shane Killian is a political educator and communicator. Oh, yeah? Where is Shane Killian politically? You know what? I'll just look it up real quick. Give me a second. Shane Killian on YouTube. Okay. Who is... I mean, I just see pictures, but... Tell me something. Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'll just go to his Twitter. I don't know. How evolution is scientific. Sure. Capitalism requires government. No, it doesn't. Oh, okay, he might be a libertarian then. Absolutely not. Let's put it that way. Graphic artist, libertarian, skeptic, and science nerd. Oh, that's cool. He's all of my favorite things. If I was gay, that's all I'm saying. All right, so yeah, he sounds pretty base. I mean, I haven't watched the videos, obviously. I just found out about him, but seems like something I would check out. Back to work. I don't know. The thing is, though, I think, you know, and look, I'm open that I could be wrong. I'm just going off of like the principles of the left, of liberalism. You know, as somebody who used to be on the left, because I thought and I bought into the hype, like I was indoctrinated to believing that the left was the good guys and the right was the bad guys. That was and is the narrative, right? And I never even asked myself why that's the narrative. I never even asked myself why, like, if the right are bad guys, why do they even exist? You know? Never even asked myself that question. It was just something that we were expected to believe. And come to think of it, you know, it just got me thinking about politics in a whole new way ever since I got involved with men's rights, especially with the way the left has treated MRAs and Gamergaters and other people that, you know, are decent people. And then when you have the election and everything else, it just sort of like put it all in perspective, man. You know, obviously the media has been lying to us. Our academic instructors have been lying to us. And it's gotten really bad. It's gotten really bad. Shane's a Rothbardian and Cap. That's okay, Brian. We forgive you. Everyone's raised with irrational beliefs. We won't hold it against you. You saw the light in your own eventually. Yeah, and it actually called into question everything about the way we talk about politics. I think it's all muddled. Maybe you can tell me what you think about this, Observing Libertarian. The conversation around politics is so muddled that it's like no one can talk about them clearly, and I think that's by design. I think the left did that. I think the left's been doing that ever since, you know, not only since they like started the long march into the institutions, but like even before that. Like, how do you even get into the institutions if you're not twisting language a little bit? You know, the Berkeley free speech riots from the 1960s, those were not free speech riots. That was just, I mean, they called it that, right? That's how it was framed. But that's like the Women's March. Like the Women's March, if you ask people what it is, normies will tell you it's women that are pushing back against sexism and, you know, stuff like that. But do the Women's March even know what they're about? Well, the people who run it know, but people participating in it don't know. And again, I think it's by design. In the 1960s, the Berkeley free speech riots, they only existed because the communists wanted to talk about communism, and the Americans were not very, you know, we didn't want to hear about that shit, basically. And so what they had to do was become free speech warriors so that people could talk about communism. It was the only way. And so now people call that the free speech riots, and they act like it was this noble thing. But at the time, it's important to know that, you know, free speech by itself is an important thing. Like we can't have conversations about ideas if you know, we're shutting down conversation. And I agree that even back in the 60s, we should have given the communists a platform so they can share their horrible ideas. However, The left should not be allowed to frame the free speech riots, nor the right, who, by the way, they do frame it that way, as it was just a bunch of free speech advocates that believed in free speech on principle, because they didn't believe it on principle. Clearly, they just wanted to push communism, and then once they had it, then they were the ones in control of the platforms. Ooh. What was that? Did I get a super chat? Or a subscription? I missed it because I wasn't looking. Damn it! I'll have to copy down some section from a couple of books which went over the finite details about the free speech riots at Berkeley. Free speech wasn't even a genuine topic. Of course not. No, it was communism. That's what they wanted to talk about. And now that they're the ones that control the platforms, they don't want to give it to anyone else. And it's because they know. It's like they know that it's like sort of how they say, well, you know, your speech leads to violence, and so we need to cut you guys off at the pass now because it's going to lead to violence in the future, like real world violence, right? That's because that's what their speech leads to. Because they know, because that's what they do. It's like SJWs always project, right? Thirsty Fox joined the Thought Patrol. Welcome, Thirsty Fox, to the Thought Patrol. All right, let's take a look at Isabel. Okay, so if that's all they were about from the beginning, and they were always disingenuous, right? Looks like Isabel doesn't have hands, so I'm just going to be drawing her like she's kind of like a Winnie the Pooh doll or something. And that's okay. It's cute. Right? So they never believed in that shit. So, like, the whole, like, idea that the left, you know, the liberals, the left was ever liberal is a lie. Because they never were. And that's what I'm getting at, I guess, you know, with this. I gotta look up her fishing pole. I don't know if it looks unique or whatever. Isabel fishing pole. I just want to see it. Oh yeah, it does have a look to it, doesn't it? I think the cuff and glove style of Joker is off. Yeah, a little bit. I'll fix it. I looked at the image again. I kind of like accidentally take liberties. I don't mean to. Okay, let's see that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right. OMG, spoilers for the Rise of Skywalkers are out. If they're true, that 40-year-old beloved franchise will be killed for good. Oh, really? Do share. I mean, look, honestly, I don't give a shit what happens to Star Wars now. And I was a big Star Wars fan. I wouldn't say like a super fan, but I was a big fan of the original movies, and I was one of those few guys that thought the prequels were okay. Not as good as the originals, but they weren't like a complete dumpster fire. And when these new movies came out, it makes the prequels look like the fucking Godfather. And I'm not one of those people that was on board until The Last Jedi. The fucking Force Awakens was shit. It was absolute shit. The Last Jedi just managed to somehow outshit that shit. And I was surprised by that. I like Owen Benjamin. I like Owen Benjamin too. I mean, I had him on the show. He likes me a lot. I think that he has some value in the things that he says. Some. Star Wars is DOD. Yeah, press fucking F for Star Wars. That shit is dead. I want to know though, what are the spoilers? Tell me some. I've heard several at this point. Is the Emperor gonna be a ghost? Like they're literally out of ideas, man. Overlord DVD just published a vid about it. It boils down to Mary Sue will be a Mary Sue again. Well, that's obvious. Some quest for a thing rebellion defeated and Palpatine not reappearing in person. Kill for Good, Isn't It Already Dead? No, there are some things that look kind of promising that they're doing for Star Wars, but as far as its future is fucking done. There are people who don't want to accept that though. Like, I have a friend, he's like the biggest Star Wars fanboy I've ever known. And he's one of those people that will not accept that these movies are shit and that is killing the franchise. And so he believes that that he liked The Last Jedi, or he talked himself into liking The Last Jedi. I'll never understand that about fanboys. Like, honestly, I'm the kind of person that if I'm a fan, I'm actually like harder to please than regular people when it comes to stuff. So like, how do you like allow that shit? Like, I don't understand that. Okay, let me fix this, because clearly I was wrong. I was wrong for that. It goes like this and then continues up. That's according to the image that I have. I don't know. No, you mean, what you mean, Lord of Swarm, is J.J. Abrams said, you know, people are telling J.J. Abrams, your movie, The Force Awakens, was shit. Rian Johnson goes, hold my soy milk. Yeah. Hold my Soylent. Also, that Star Wars game looks okay. Yeah, that Star Wars game doesn't look bad. And the Mandalorian show that's being headed up by, what's his name? The director of the original Iron Man, Jon Favreau. That looks okay. That looks pretty good based on what I've seen. I watched a sneak peek and I was like, you know what? That could be good. Kind of reminds me of the old 80s Battlestar Galactica. You know, like in the 80s, I think it was the 80s or the 70s, when Star Wars was really successful, we came up with this new show called Battlestar Galactica. The original, not the new ones, and I know there are people who love the new ones, but give me a second here to make my case. I don't know if the new ones do this, but in the old one, it was very much like a science fiction action adventure show. And it had like space battles and the kind of stuff that people wanted to see. They wanted to see a Star Wars for television. This Mandalorian thing looks promising. The only thing I don't get is it seems like they're getting away with doing a Boba Fett show without calling it a Boba Fett show. I don't understand that, but yeah, Mandalorian does look pretty good. Don't undo and speak at the same time. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Deadly Do Right. Owen Benjamin falls down rabbit holes too easily and blows up on people that try to bring him back to the surface. Yeah, I know. I think it's asking a lot for people to be like, you know, to not police their comment sections. I mean, I don't do it ever, but I think the average person, in a lot of ways, Owen is a bit of an internet normie in that, you know, he's got this zero tolerance thing, and I don't agree with that. I don't think it's, I don't know, I don't agree with it. But I'm not going to tell the man what he can do on his platform, so it's not what I would do. That's for sure. But I'm not going to tell him what to do. But I agree. I think that it's really easy to like fall into rabbit holes online. And I'm sorry for the undos. I can't help it. I'm just trying to like work quickly, and oh, she's got little pockets. Uh, 1:47. I got 15 minutes. Am I gonna be able to get this done? I don't know. Does she have a tail? And sure as fuck she does. I didn't draw it, but I'll draw it up here like this. think this is shirt. The skirt is too long. That's better. It seems to be like matches the artwork more. The reference. So I'll have to give her longer legs. If you guys use this as fat material, I just want you to know that you're all degenerates. And also that my opinions don't matter about your degeneracy. Go. The glove style is off. The cuffs go around the gloves, not the other way around. The cuffs go around the gloves. Well, when I look at the... hold on. Let me try to get a higher resolution image. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So, like, the picture I was looking at, the cuffs were kind of tight, but there are some images where you can see that they're loose. So, it's the reference I'm using. That's the problem. So, yeah, that's fine. I can fix that. I watch him go down both the fake moon landing hole and the evolution is a lie hole. He tells people to provide evidence and then dismisses evidence brought. I stopped watching. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm actually old enough that I can remember the Battlestar Galactica portion of Universal Studios Studio Tour. So, let me look again at this. Okay. There we go. All right. If there's any other issues, let me know. I'm gonna continue on this. So let me see. Shit. We'll just draw it and see how it goes. I got about 8 minutes more of this. I'm gonna have to erase the nose because the mask covers the nose. There we go. Off topic, but there's already enough. Yeah, not safe for work. Isabel Art. On the internet, I wanted something cute and wholesome. Appreciate it. Looks like my wife is home. 156. Do 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 do. I don't have to stop because the wife is home. Stop making shit up. Okay, we're gonna do a little something here. I'm gonna move this. Hey babe, how you doing? Oh, you came back early. Wait, no. Were you supposed to come back at 2? Yeah. Well, I got some requests, so yeah. I mean, as usual, they're weird, but yeah. They didn't go at all? Dogs are weird. Let me draw this line, I guess. Okay, here's... Yeah, go ahead. You don't want any? I'm gonna get some more in a second. Wikipedia snippet, you met Steve Shives? How do you block somebody in real life? That's what I want to know. Oop, better save. Whenever I get that like little freeze up, it reminds me to save. Okay. Looks like the fishing pole doesn't have much to it, so I'm just gonna draw it. Going a line going down. Uh, 202, I gotta stop. Maybe I'll just quickly draw the crown and then move on to the next thing, so. Okay. Stop it there. Weird request, but there you go. Get rid of the pencil lines, and we'll make a new layer and start this next one. Go to the pencil. What did I get here? Exploding Printing. I want a Brian Martinez Zenoscope cover featuring Gretel. Well, Okay, let's take a look. Gonna close some windows, and we'll start a new thing. So I don't know what Zenoscope is. Zenoscope. Zenoscope Entertainment Independent Comic Publisher. Gretel. What's Gretel? Robin Hood, Van Helsing, Grimm Fairy Tales. Let's see. Let's do a search. Zenoscope Gretel. This one I'll put more work into since I got the most. I got the most money for this one. So thank you, Exploding Prinny, for that. Okay. It's sexy. Is this a Comicsgate thing? I don't know. She's alright. She looks like a thought, but okay. So she fights witches? Is that it? You're getting faster at this too. Not bad at all. Thank you, Shaman King. It's Zenoscope with a Z, though, not with an X. Wikipedia snippet. Okay. Well, let me think. It looks like, based on the pictures, because that's all I have to go off of, Gretel's story has been more nightmare than fairy tale ever since the tragic events of her childhood involving her brother and a maniacal witch. These events have left her cursed with a life that will span centuries. After consuming the heart of a psychic witch, Gretel has been gifted the power of premonition, but when she has a psychic vision foretelling the end of the world, she must open old wounds if she wants to try and prevent it from coming true. Okay. So does she have magic? Because I see her hands, she's got glowy hands. And she's also got wraps on her arms and tats, like glyph-like style tattoos. So I'm gonna assume that she's got magical powers and she looks fit, so she probably like fights or something too. Okay, so I'm gonna grab another cup of coffee and then I'll get started on this. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, obviously we want to make Gretel the center of attention on this cover. So, while I'm getting ready here, switch to pencil. The right color here. Have you guys seen Joe Rogan's podcast with Adam Conover from Adam Ruins Everything? I guess it was like yesterday or the day before. Very recent. And in it, I guess like Joe Rogan and Adam got into it about his video regarding alpha males and beta males. Do you remember that episode of Adam Ruins Everything, guys? You remember the episode, something like that. Yeah, they got into it. I don't watch Joe Rogan, sorry. Well, I don't blame you. I'm not subbed to him. I just saw the video on my feed. And, well, if you want to rage, maybe you don't. We're going to be responding to it, though. Because not only does Adam kind of double down on his idea that, so basically his video about alpha males and beta males tries to make the case that there's no such thing as an alpha male, and that women don't select for alpha behavior, and that basically it's pseudoscience, the idea of alpha and beta males. And of course, Adam goes in his video, he like misrepresents alpha male behavior by essentially like describing it like something that it isn't, you know, by strawmanning it to begin with, because, you know, Adam himself is obviously not an alpha male. So he can't like represent alphas accurately. Let's see. I'm kind of like making this up as I go. Make this a little bit smaller. Put it right here. select pencil. Owen is constantly making fun of Rogan. Yeah. I bet he is. Brian likes his chicks with some backside to grab onto. Yeah. I like this pose. It's not quite what I'm looking for, though. It looks... I mean, it looks cute, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Let's try something else. Dread Squirrel says, so gross. Are you talking about butts? You have a problem with butts, man? I'm experimenting with a couple of different things, so... I want to have something exciting happening, but... I know that the character is sexy, so we should probably not pretend like that's not actually a thing. Oh, gross about Kardashian's fake booty. Yeah, that's gross. I agree. I'm with you on that. Well, how about something that's just straight up action pose then? Again, I don't know anything about this character, so I'm guessing. Oh, shoulders over here. Light and energy and stuff. This is like magic. And this is too. Wait. Oh, wait. Let's do it this way. Let's get rid of that leg. Do that. She's like running. And there's the other foot. All right. Let's see. So, I'll do one more and then I'll let Prinny choose. These are just the poses. I haven't figured out what the environment's going to be or anything like that yet. So, sorry about that. All right, we'll make one more layer on top here. And I'll There we go. Okay. Prinny, what do you think? So basically this is like maybe like, I don't know, crashing through a window or something, or breaking through a magic barrier. I don't know. This is like an action pose. It's like not flying, but like leaping. So, what do you think between these? This one. I mean, I kind of dig that one, but I mean, like, it's up to you. Again, this is like not. I guess it depends on whether you were going for something a little bit sexier or not. So, all right, I should be back. Sorry about that. Can't stand this fucking OBS shit, pissing me off. Okay. So, Prinny. Life control you room. I'll just refresh it. God damn it. Hold on, I'll be right there. Okay, I'm back. So, Prinny, as I was saying, and shit, this pose, I'll probably, like, do more with that if we go with that one. Or this pose. Again, I can make some adjustments to make this one a little bit more fun. Like, maybe, you know, I could, like, move the legs here so she's a little bit, like, it's a little bit more balanced out or something. I don't know. You know? Just let me know which one you prefer the most. And, with the other ones, I could end up using them for something like my own thing. So it's not like it's a waste. So, just tell me describe it. Don't just say that one, because I'm not going to know what you mean. So, I'll wait until I hear from you. Okay. So the action pose. All right. This one. Is that right? I'm going to wait until you respond. Okay, that's the one. All right. I see. So she has the powers of a witch. All right. Okay, let's do this. So first things first, I'm gonna move this up. So I think it needs to be a little bit higher, so I can make room at the bottom for a witch to be reacting to it. Witch layers in Gretel are more like well-kept, more upper-class apartments and homes. The signs of witchcraft are there, but regular folk wouldn't realize it. Okay. I'll keep that in mind when it comes time to do the background. Meanwhile, let me just refine this. I only have like a half an hour, so I think I may only get far enough to refine the pencils for this part of the image. So we're just going to do that. Popped out to watch Coach Red Pill's latest shit stream vid. Very short. Woof, bad juju about to go down for a particular YouTuber soon. Oh well, you're not gonna just come in here and say that. You're gonna have to expand, please. Speaking of Warski, did you guys watch the live stream shenanigans? Is that the thing where he was out in public and his friend drew a gun on somebody? I saw part of it. Oh, man, that motherfucker is just like... I don't know if that's a desperate plea to be relevant. I don't even know. What happened? You know, this actually gives the left ammunition, right? When you act like that. And you were like part of the quote-unquote skeptic community, it really does give them some ammunition. Does she have more than one ponytail? Like, are all those braids that they lead to ponytails? I assume they do, but I don't know. Actually, that's wrong. I'll come back to the breasts. I have to like figure things out. Well, the runes on her hands and arms are inconsistent in the cover art. It's arguable that they shift around. I wouldn't stress over which ones go where. Okay. Did you, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening, but did you, or reading the chat, did you say this was one of those Comicsgate projects, or is this just like its own thing that you just happen to be into? Oh, Xenoscope has been around for over a decade. They've always made... Okay. It just seems pretty anti-establishment, so I thought I would ask. What's that? What's it for? Well, I know, but I mean, like, do you have something in mind? Oh yeah, that's. Smells like rock. Let's do that. Those are for the ponytails. I'm gonna, like, make them longer and a little bit more fun. Yeah. I mean, I took a painkiller, so. Me too. Well, I'll be done in like 15 minutes, so. I'm gonna move some things around. Oops. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Sorry, I'm waiting for this program. It's going a little slow right now. Okay. Just gonna save real quick. Well, I want to thank you guys for, you know, like giving me a chance to earn some money and make some artwork. I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, so I'm just gonna carry on from here, and I will get back on these. I think the one of them is already basically done. It is done, really. So I'll just send that off, and I'll finish up the Clippy one. And then I'll work on this one until, you know, I'm done with it. So, all right, so let's see. Gretel. I'm gonna give her hand wraps. I know some covers she doesn't have them, but I think it looks better. It's just like an appealing aesthetic, right? And so there's the A. We're gonna draw it like that. I was thinking maybe a strap, like kind of flying on its own would be cool, but. And then here's her. This is her torso. So there's the bottom of that. I'll erase this bit. Don't worry about the runes. I guess I'll just draw some stuff that sort of symbolizes it. But right, and then she's got a big belt. And what I think, oh yeah, right. There's like this gold shit right here. And I think she's wearing boots. Okay. So we'll, I mean, I'll draw some magic shit around her hands here. Some Kirby crackle. And back here. Here we go. I may change this a little bit, but I mean the general idea is going to be the same. So let me turn off the underlayer here. I think I see there's something about this that was bugging me, and I think I know what it is. It was something about this that was really bugging me, but I think I know what it is. All right. It's 253. Did you check my link for issue number 2? Let me see. Did you send it to me somewhere? I can look it up. I had it, I just had it closed it because I was trying to like save on memory because it was making my OBS, or it was making Brave crash, which is fucking, it's crap. So probably not helpful. Yeah, no worries. Just give me a second. Hopefully this doesn't make my shit crash. Riddle number 2. Found it. I wonder if these guys make good money doing this. They've been around for so long. Yeah, boots. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's good. What I think I'm gonna do here is I'm also gonna change something else on this, because I know that there's some issues here, so I want to fix them. There we go. It is now 2:57. I'm gonna have to wrap it up here soon, but again, I want to say no real big sellers, but their fans tend to stick around. They have a small but loyal audience. Yeah, that's the best you can hope for, isn't it? Okay. I can... get like something like that. She's like preparing some kind of defensive thing. I don't know. There we go. How about that? So we are at 301. I gotta stop for now. Let's see. It's hard to abandon a series once you get into it, particularly as the producers stay true. If the producers stay true to the story, yeah, it's like Star Wars. Once you're into the series, the only things that'll drive you off are drastic departures or rehashing the same material gratuitously. Yeah, like Star Wars. I think their version of Van Helsing became a show on Sci-Fi a while back. Oh, wow. They kind of did that a couple years ago when they ended Grimm Fairy Tales and then relaunched with a new #1. Well, yeah, that's dope. So, I guess we're done. I'm going to save where I'm at so far. And let's go over, you know, what I did. So this is for Exploding Prinny. This is a Gretel comic cover where she's sort of charging at a witch. I actually was, I'm getting kind of more into this one as I do more of it. So kind of cool, kind of dope. I put that on 2 layers. So the witch is on a separate layer. That way, if I can move things around, I can move things around if I need to. So, and then I'll like add more. Then I have like these other sketches that I never went with. This is like another one. I might use that for something different. I don't know. I kind of like those doodles regardless. This is I forget who this one was for. Is this for Shaman King? I think. And yeah, he was asking for Joker from Persona 5 carrying Isabelle from Animal Crossing. But Isabelle's wearing Joker's mask and he's holding a fishing rod, and the rod's hook is his King Cruel's crown. Isabelle is a sly grin on her face, and the Joker says nice. So the only thing I haven't put in is the dialogue bubble, but there's that one. Okay. That's pretty involved. And then I have a Sexy Clippy, which I'm going to... all I have to do is add some arms and a piece of paper, and then that one is finished. So this one's almost finished. This one basically is finished. And then I just have to work on this one. So I got to get out of here, though, and like do my real life. So I want to thank you guys for coming on. I want to thank you guys so much for the donations, however modest. It doesn't matter. Everything helps. I'm very grateful for all of it. So thanks, guys, for coming on the Epic stream. And please hit like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell for notifications. Although they don't seem to really be helping much because Observing Libertarian didn't know that I was live, and I haven't seen him on my streams for a long time. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just in the gulag. I could be in the YouTube gulag. With that said, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks, guys, for coming on, and have a great rest of your day.